My Soulmate's a Slime by admay 1939 Advance A. Shedding Tree. Tempest Control Room. Revealing his golden orbs as he opened his eyes, Rimuru eyed all screens before him. Putting their plans to action is the hardest part yet. But somehow, deep inside of him, he isn't worried one bit. Not only because of his abilities, yes, that is second to none, as he could activate his turn null and everything will be over. Or for safer options, use his fairy tale hard ultimate skill like they had planned all those months ago. However, the main factor is that he believes and trusts in the abilities of his comrades. Right at the moment, Phase A is in progress, wherein the collated guilds from Isgil raised their battle cries against the Southwest Realm's hidden safe bases on their continent. Just as he gave his words of using his universal detect, he used it to locate all of the enemies within their realm and had all the guilds with the lead of Fairy Tail take over those bases. He can see everything that is happening, and thanks to Raphael's fast calculations, he was able to give fast assists to anyone who needed it. And just as Raphael calculated it, all of the bases were taken over within half a day. Most of the enemy soldiers surrendered and there was less bloodshed. When he confirmed that all's done, he snapped his fingers, his powers taking over the rest of the matter. None of what happened would be known, as he had blocked all sorts of communication process by altering the memories of their enemy soldiers. Then they sent a fake message to Alex stating that his plan is in motion and is going smoothly. Rimuru, it's done. It's all according to plan, my boy. Rimuru smiled as he received Makarov's thought communication message. No, Master. It's all thanks to your quick actions that we were able to pull this through. Good work. He heard Makarov laugh proudly. Man, that is sure reassuring. You are as humble as you are kind, Rimuru. You deserve the credit too. All right then, Master, I accept it. Please send my gratitude to all of the guilds present. After this war, I'll invite all of them here in Tempest for a big celebration. Well, that is something to look forward to. I shall pass your message then. Thank you. The Tempest ruler then ended the thought communication when Raphael called his attention. Master, Natsu's team is up. At the warning, Rimuru turned his focus on another screen where he saw Natsu and the others already in position. There is a base within the west border of Isgil that is occupied by one military faction of the realm of the Southwest. The strongest base as he had perceived. Go get them, he cheered silently just as he saw Natsu leap, followed by the other dragon slayers. Next to jump were Urza, Gray and Lucy. The small group surrounded the place swiftly and silently, and no sooner, their first attack shook the place. Natsu just blasted one of his strongest fire attack. That took the attention of the military, and they all came out wondering what is happening. The fire dragon slayer grinned and delivered another blow, straight into their facility and blowing it up. The soldiers from the lookouts spotted Natsu, Gajeel and Wendy in the air, carried by their exceeds, and was about to fire on them, only to get frozen right there. I thought it was common sense to watch your back, Gray says before running to another direction. Star Mix. Lucy activated her abilities, combining her spirits within her combat dress. Not only does it boost her magical prowess but her stamina, thanks to Rimuru's alteration. She dodged an attack as she transformed before she countered, sending the soldiers meters away from her and dropping unconscious. Urza jumped and re-equipped in the air, her twin sword landing exactly where she wanted them to. Fire rushed her way, but she was quick to re-equip once more, her Flame Empress sword doing a good job on protecting her from the fire. Then with a whirl, she blasted it back to the soldiers. Watch out! They heard Wendy cry out. Flying army of golems suddenly came out of nowhere and took them by surprise. Yet before any of them were endangered, a giant steel sword suddenly came down, blocking them from harm, and smashing the magical non-living creatures at the same time. Thanks, Gajeel. Lucy waves with a smile. No problem, Blondie. You got to be kidding me. Golem dragons too. Sting complains as he dodges midair and kicks the head of one dragon. What a cheap trick. Rogue flew down, followed by some of the said dragons. Entering his own shadow, the D-Tagon Slayer resurfaced just as quickly and attacked the golems from behind. And they regenerate too. Just great. Gray blew the unwanted bangs of his, then shifted into his Demon Slayer form. Aha! In that case, time to test some new skills. Natsu grins and flexed his arms sidewards. Black tempest flames. The others could only watch as black flames swirled on both of the fire dragon slayer's hands and up his arms. Launching them down, the golems weren't only destroyed but was reduced to ashes and turning the grounds into a molten flowing lava. Silence. Eyes blinking. Thoughts processing. That's it. What the heck, man? And where on the dragon did you get that black flame? That almost burnt me to crisp. Gajeel questions and complains, his eyes narrowing suspiciously. For real, Lily, Gajeel's Exceed agreed. Yes. We never saw you use black flame before. Sting 2 questions, flying closer to them. My brother-in-law gave it to me. Not only is it powerful, it smells really fruity too. Natsu replies with a big grin, clearly proud. And look at him being smug, Lucy shook her head with a sigh. Well, what else is new? It's Rimuru's fault. He keeps spoiling his brother-in-law, muses Urza, her gaze turning to the chatting dragon slayers still in midair. I most certainly did not spoil him. That is not true, Rimuru protested as he heard what Urza had said. Why is it that everyone mistook his kindness as spoiling? It happened with everyone else too. He just wants to help, what is wrong with that? A chuckle from behind made him look back just to see Noir, Benimaru and Hakuro in there. Oh, you certainly did, Rimuru-sama, Hakuro agrees without hesitation. See what he means? Everyone thought, he is that benevolent. You are the epitome of benevolent, master. Whether you accept it or not. Shut up, Raphael. Another sigh left Rimuru's lips. Just forget it. He could not win any argument with everyone ganging up on him, anyway. The wizards did it, Noir says staring at the screens and Rimuru nods. Yes, they did. We have successfully implemented advance a plan with the help of everyone. Now, let Alex think he had executed his plans perfectly, the slime ruler confirmed with a sigh. It never gets easy. Then will advance B commence right away, Rimuru-sama. Benimaru queries next. Correct. This time, we'll rip the wings of the Southwest Realm and crush it. Kenji woke up from his nap. Stretching his little limbs and babbling out baby mumbles, he felt no one in the room with him. If he is an ordinary baby, he would be crying at this point but not him. He loves it as he could be mischievous all he wants without his constant worried watchers. He loves them with all his heart, but he wanted to explore as much as he likes and he doesn't even know why. But the magicules inside of him is just too much to handle and he wants nothing more than to exhaust some of it. Soon he was floating above his bassinet, the glowing magicules making it all happen. He twirled and he loved the feeling so he did it again, and again. He was lowered to the floor next and his gaze lingered on the large door of his parents' room. An excited grin tugged at the corners of his baby lips and soon he was crawling to the door. Success! He was out the door in no time and his eyes took in every detail of the castle halls. He may not know it but all he could see is magic around him. Now where will he go from here? Ah, there are flowers over there. Why does he want to nibble on the petals all of a sudden? How does it taste? No matter what, he needed to have those delicious flowers. Crawling as fast his baby limbs could take him, he's headed for the balcony. Almost there. Bit more. Whoa buddy, where do you think you are going, little man? Ah man. Why must there be a bomber every time? Kenji pursed his little lips as his father picked him up in his arms after sensing his mischievousness. Rimuru chuckled after Raphael told him what his little baby is feeling exactly. Kenji wriggled wanting those flowers but his father is already walking out of there. No Kenji. Those flowers are indeed edible but it's not good for you. I'll give you something else. He rubbed Kenji's tiny back but he just cried and wriggled even more sensing his defeat. Oh, come on son. Listen to Papa. I'll give you something more delicious than those flowers so please don't cry. The father brushed his nose on the tiny tot's cheek, smiling in amusement. You need diaper chance, buddy. Let's get you cleaned up first and I promise I'll give you treats later. He laid Kenji on his changing table and changed his diaper quickly. Nope, he isn't using magic to do that. Someone burst through the door. Papa, is Kenji awake? Wanna play with him? The enthusiastic voice of Luna called out to him. Big brother Zarel is waiting for us at the gardens, Papa. We are all there and we want Kenji to be there too. Misty muses excitedly bounding on the balls of her heels. A smile lingered on Rimaru's lips as he turned to look at his daughters after picking Kenji up. This is exactly how he wants his children to feel. Free of worries and leave all the wars and diplomatic problems to the adults. He wants them to enjoy their childhood thoroughly. Thankful that he has his firstborn with him who understand what he has in mind, Rimuru entrusted this job to his Zarel. Very well, my loves. I'll take you back to the gardens. The little ladies cheered, and it was enough to bring a smile to Rimaru's lips. Even in the midst of war, he wants to protect the smiles of his children. Meva-sama, Maya-sama, Prince Natsu and the others returned, Gobta reported excitedly as soon as he saw his Empress and High Princess. I see. Thank you, Gobta. Maya smiles at her friend as she and her sister rushed to the gate to meet with the victorious warriors. Noir had taken over the bases they had captured. Who better to handle these things than a veteran such as the High Prince himself? It would be a lot of work, but it is nothing Noir can't handle. He'd been doing that ever since he first joined Tempest. Welcome back. Maya greets happily the moment she saw her brother and friends get down from the Tempest Wolves. Good job, guys. You sure made it look easy, croons Meva, giving Natsu a playful punch. Of course. We're awesome, chuckles Natsu. That emperor wouldn't ever know what hit him. We made sure to paralyze the hands of his military brigade for good. Man, they were strong. We managed to defeat them quite easily though, not gonna lie about that. Gray rubbed the back of his neck, but he was looking pleased for sure. Who wouldn't when they were excited to try their evolved powers? If they can call it that. But Rimuru was really generous with his gifts, and trying it was really exciting. Not that the emperor altered their powers or anything like that. He just boosted their stamina and magic to the max is all. Bottom line is, it is exciting.